Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. I'm your Chief Gironca, and today I am back with my Discworld series, and I'm playing as ankh-morpork. In the last episode, at the end of the last episode, we have been declared war upon by our lovely rival, Clutch. You can see these guys over here. Looking a little bit like Mongol hordes, kind of the armor they have. Maybe even Muslim fellows. Who knows? They actually have a lot of ships. They have 7 transport ships and 6 light ships. We have 20 light ships. So what we can do right now, while we're here, we should probably blockade their capital. Because I think we can win a naval battle. And it will definitely hurt their income and their morale. Now, other than having the blockade, we didn't declare this war, right? We're not prepared. The first things first, I'm gonna have to raise the army and call all the members of nobility together, so we can have a discussion on what to do. Now we're gonna raise some militia because 8,000 men is not enough against the 26,000 that the enemy has. So I'm gonna have to raise some more men in order to fight them. So I get to build 3 more units, so I will probably build 2 militias and 1 huntsman. Build 2 militias here and a huntsman in Hollywood. Okay, so let's hit the speed down a little bit, and our navy is under attack. So our merchant league, the guild of the merchants, is currently protecting our interests over here in the Rimward's Circle C. We'll see how this battle goes. Taking some damage. These are our ships, the Morpork and Garland Unicorn, but we're winning. We have so far not lost a single ship. All of our ships are in pretty good health, and the enemy ships are depleted. So the first victory. Okay, he has 3 ships left. So this was very, very good. We did very well, and we're going to go back to protecting trade in ankh-morpork. So that went very well so far, and the clutch and conquest of Morpork is take Morpork. So far we have Morpork, which means we have a ticking war score, which ticks in our favor because we are the defenders. Now the clutch, they actually have to bring troops over and siege Morpork in order to gain some war score. Well, we only have to defend, so it's very useful. Now I could turn my heir, or I could take Veterinary as a leader, but I think that would not be very smart, since he is, considering his 0 military skill, he's not very useful on the battlefield. So I'd rather wait for some military power points before I actually take out a leader. But we'll see. Maybe we don't even need a leader. They might not even be able to come over here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Our armies are raised, and they're being paid. I'm making enough money. I'm not sure how much money he's making, but I'm making probably more. Okay, so they have a coast over here. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 provinces. Okay, we need to gather our troops. There's 8,000 Crimean people and 7,000 Chermian. So right now the numbers are equal. They have more cavalry, but we have more infantry. We have won the first battle, and so far the only battle, and we're also defending. So I think I can go a little faster. Now Veterinary is no one who would actually declare war himself, or strike preemptively. There's another naval battle going on. Looks like a fairly quick one. Yeah, we completely destroyed their fleet and actually captured a ship, but we didn't get it. Our allies, they got a ship. Now this time, did we catch? No, we're not catching the ships. So improving relations with Jalebi. Now, who are the potential enemies of Clutch? It's just us. And you are a vassal of them, okay. Very interesting. Now, Instancia, they're allied to Muntap and Omnia. Überwald is at war. I'm currently not sure on what to do. Pretty much just standing here. We're gaining war score, so by doing nothing, we win. So I think that's very much how ankh-morpork people would fight their wars. It's not very interesting, might not be, yeah, the most interesting war tactics, but that's most definitely very authentic considering the ankh-morporkians. But he is slowly but surely rebuilding a fleet. He has 3 ships here and 4 ships here, so he might be dangerous. But we can spend our points on technology, and I think that's what I will do. And diplomatic and administrative technology. So we have gained some points. Actually, recall that diplomat. We'll meet this diplomat in order to ask Sword the ally to Ephebe. Now this is very funny, because actually Sword and Ephebe, they are bitter rivals. They would always fight each other, and the only reason that they both still exist and are not at war is due to this country Jelebibi, because this is kind of in the middle. Very interesting. Okay, now I think Omnia is the way to go, but we have already increased relations with them. There's no reason to do this. But we can improve relations with Stolat, just so no one attacks us from behind. That would be very terrible. And how many more ships can we build? 2 more ships. We can build a heavy ship. Or a galley. Can build 2 more ships. Now, first of all, what ideas do we have? We have these ankh-morporkian ideas. Now we can pick some other ones, some special ones. Plutocratic ideas are usually very cool for republics, and they give you available mercenaries. That's definitely the style of ankh-morpork. Morale of armies, because they abolish serfdom. True. Bill of rights, maybe. Free merchants, that fits. Free subjects, that certainly fits. Free cities, definitely. Emancipation. So this is probably a idea group that really fits ankh-morpork. However, they're also innovative. Could also be quite fitting. But I'm not sure. Dynamic court. Now, economic ideas are probably most interesting. Let's see. I think that espionage might be very useful. Considering that we have Lord Vetinari as our ruler, he's most definitely very good on this front. Now, ankh-morpork is also very useful or very good or known for their trade and their economy in general. So, where do we want to focus? What do we want to focus in? Influence ideas might be also quite well. Gives us income from vassals, time to fabricate claims, diplomatic annexation cost. I'm not too certain on what to pick just now, so I will hold off. We currently have other things to deal with. We're in this war, and we have to deal with this war before we can actually decide on which direction we should go with our city. Now, we're improving relations with everyone, pretty much, even with vassals. Now, in Stancia, they definitely need to improve relations. And Smallbund as well. Maybe even Skunt. They are Druidism. Okay, very interesting. So far, Clutch does not seem to be willing to do anything. They declared the war, so I don't know what they want. I was surprised that they declared the war in the first place, and they don't seem to care anymore. They're just, okay, we've been at war, we've declared the war, but we don't even want to. I mean, I'm okay with that. I think we should improve relations with Tizuman Empire and with Instancia. We're already doing Instancia. Octarina, probably very important as well. Now, what do you want? What do you want out of this war? I'm winning this war. The only problem is that we're funding our army, which puts our treasury at odds. We'd make normally like 5 ducats. Now we're barely making 2, so I'm not very happy about the situation. And Überwald just annexed someone, so Lady Margalotta is showing everyone that she knows how to handle her country. Now, what different factions do we have? Obviously, we have the petition, the guilds, university. They would give me... No one is actually about fighting. None of these factions is like a fighter faction. Interesting. Now we are at 26%. How far can this go? Blockading. So I think we should just put this army here. Blockade. Use our fervor for trade. Now we are blockading. We're at 34% and they're at medium war enthusiasm. Okay. Interesting. Well, I think it is time for some peace negotiations, because the blockade is hurting them quite a lot. Clutch will end the overlordship over Yimitirui, and it will pay money. Now, this might be a good offer, but I think I can work out a better deal. Now we'll leave this window open and go to Clutch and talk to them. Now, first of all, I would love to vassalize them, however that is not possible. Now you're definitely going to give up your claims on my lands. You shall not have any claims. Hold on, I need to check that out. Yeah, he is claiming Morpork. That is definitely not going to happen. So you're gonna get rid of your claims on my lands. You shall not have any claims. Give up your claims, and I want to humiliate you. Actually, I would love to humiliate them, simply because. Now, here's an alliance with Jalebibi and Urabebi. Now, I don't want them to break the alliance with anyone else, because then the other countries might get mad at us that we, interfere with their relations. So I don't want to do this, but I'm definitely going to demand war operations, since it costs us money to fund our troops and to even build troops. So that's definitely very costly. And we're also gonna demand some money in cash, and that is pretty much everything he has, and I'm very okay with this. I think this is a pretty good peace deal. I'm very happy. So thank you very much. I will send this peace deal. If you accept, I'll be glad. Okay, so Clutch will be forced to give ankh-morpork 10% of their income each month to pay for war operations. This will last for 10 years. Clutch will pay 116 ducats. And I have gained prestige, or we have gained prestige from this, and we have settled the dispute without even fighting. That is the best war ever. We have lost, maybe we have fought a little bit with our merchant fleets, but our merchant always wanted to try out their new barks in combat, so they're actually quite happy to do that. We can pick other rivals, but again, I don't want to do that. I'd rather, excuse me, unfund my army again, because there's just no reason to have the army longer funded. Now how much excuse me please. How many war operations are we getting? Now Instancia wants to ally me, and I think given the fact that we have been attacked and I just was very stunned and stumbled, I think I will accept this alliance simply because I fear now that we're being attacked. So Clutch now knows that there's no, they should not funnel with us, but they might seek out for stronger allies, and I don't want to be, you know, on the backside. Now we can build marketplaces in Morpork and in Holy Wood, and also a dock. I think the docks are located in Morpork, so it's definitely smart to build a dock over here. And I guess it makes also a lot of sense since moving pictures and the film industry has moved to Hollywood. I think it makes sense to put a marketplace over here in this area as well, just so that goods can be, you know, goods can be, well, distributed amongst the people. And now our trade fleet has done very well. However, I'm not too sure if we should not maybe even build some heavy ships in order to defend against whatever enemies throw at us. Now we didn't need it. And did Clutch just declare another war? They declared a war on Hawondaland. Now this is not gonna do. I will increase relations with Hawondaland and I will try to enforce peace. I do not want anyone to do anything weird. Now we get to wow, we can get a new technology yet again. That is very interesting. However, we are not advanced in military technology, but we have advanced twice in administrative and diplomatic technology. Now we have the ability to build some more unique buildings. Oh, it looks like they have already been built. Okay, so you are at war with Muntap. Interesting. And Brindisi. I think Genoa is the next one that we'll have to improve relations with. I already did. Well, we'll try again. And Lank. We'll definitely improve relations with them as well. It's a very peaceful country, but nonetheless. Omnia annexed Ushistan and Überwart annexed Bunania. Interesting. Now I have the feeling that in the Discworld now, a lot more tension is going on, and a lot of people really try to. Yeah, a lot of wars going on. Smallbone declared war, and Hawondaland has been fully annexed. This will not do. We need to send a warning to our enemies that they may never ever go to war again. This is not happening. Why can I not say? They're too far too rich and powerful. Okay. Interesting. Well, we are going to improve relations nonetheless. I don't want to have that war again. It worked out well for us, but that might just be luck. Want to have peaceful. Clutch declared war on Sword, and they're at war with Thord and Ephebe. Now this time I will have to enforce peace. This has gone way too far. Now can I enforce peace here? This is not going the right direction. They're very, very aggressive. Where does it say this? Enforce peace. Cannot enforce peace. Okay. How long is the truth going to last? Oh, so maybe this war against us was just so that we have a truth and we would not be able to defend all the other small countries. This is possible. To recall this diplomat. Muntap lost their war. Interesting. So that was this episode of ankh-morpork today. I would say that Vetinari, our patrician, has been very well, or has done very well on defending the realm. Now, we did not really improve our prestige that much. We did improve it a little bit, but not quite that much. So hopefully we can improve that in the next episode. So far, I'm just very happy that this war ended in a very good fashion, at least for us. And I'm looking forward for the next time. And for now, I am signing off, and I hope that you have a nice day. Bye bye.